Holding the instrument is done with two roles. First, the right hand has the role simply of managing the fingerings. The left hand needs to be holding the instrument. And as long as the student follows those two roles, they'll be able to play the instrument with ease. First, with the right hand, the hand needs to be as relaxed as possible. The more relaxed it is, the easier it can move with lots of agility. So the way to start is have the students just relax, drop their arm to the side, and that's the ideal hand position. If they just bring their arm up, you notice that the hands are just in a nice, relaxed, curved position. Now, there's other ways of getting the student to put it in the right position that are a little more concrete for the student. One way is to take a tennis ball and have them just with the right hand hold the tennis ball as though they are catching it. And if you notice, when I take the ball away, we still have that relaxed position. Another way to do it if you don't want to use a tennis ball is to simply have them make with their left hand a fist, and then put their other hand just grabbing around it. Also, it gives that same relaxed position. Another way you could explain it to your students is just saying, make a letter C, a soft C, as opposed to a hard C. If you make the right hand tense, it's going to be difficult for the students to move their fingers quickly. So once again, if they just put their hand to the side, shake it out, lift it up gently, that's the perfect position. It's a soft letter C. Now, with the left hand, again, it's holding. So if we have the right hand, the soft letter C, we put the thumb in between the first and second valves with the thumb pad touching the lead pipe. And then the fingers go on the first, second, and third valves. And with the soft letter C, the student should be able to see through their hand. If you can't see through their hand, then you know they're not making a soft letter C. The other thing is the pinky ring up on top. We don't want the students to hold the instrument with the pinky in there. The reason being is it makes it difficult for the students to move their third finger as quick as possible. What I like to tell my students is take their hand, their right hand, and place it on their lap. And if they can move their index finger by himself, then their middle finger, and go to their pinky. But when you try your ring finger by itself, it's a little more challenging. If you flop it around with the pinky also, it allows itself to move easier. So the pinky should rest on top of the pinky ring, not in it. And it will look like this: soft C, thumb in between the first, second valves, with the pinky on top. And now the fingers can move easily. With the left hand, not all trumpets have this. Professional line and midline trumpets have this. This is a saddle on the first valve slide. And then on the third valve slide, we have the ring for the ring finger. So starting with, if the student makes sort of a two-fingered pistol and puts the thumb around the front of the valves and wrap the other two fingers behind, the instrument is grasped with the left hand that way, which leaves the ring for the ring finger, and then the pinky could just rest on top of the third valve slide. From this side, again, making the two-finger pistol, thumb comes behind the first valve, the index finger and middle finger come around the third, the ring finger sticks into the ring, and finally pinky rests on top. This is the most common way to hold the trumpet with the left hand. However, you will see professionals hold it in other ways, which would include putting the pinky underneath, possibly even both the pinky and ring finger underneath. And sometimes you'll even find people using just the index finger on top. The most important thing is that the left hand holds the instrument and that the slides can be moved easily with the fingers, with the thumb for the saddle, if it has a saddle, and for the third valve slide. If it can't do that, then the student needs to hold it a different way. But again, the most common way is the first way I showed you. The only last thing I'd say about holding with the left hand, it does take bigger fingers to do these other ways, and the reason a lot of the professionals will choose to do it these other ways is it carries the instrument at a different angle, a little different pressure, and may feel more comfortable for them.